right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give our honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Say Barakat to Yahweh, Barakat to Yahushai, Barakat to Yahweh, Barakat to Yahushai, Barakat to Yahweh, Barakat to Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. And we get double honor to our apostles and our elders, which are apostle elders of great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. 2024, getting ready to be 25, which is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Let's jump right into this lesson. This is going to be backing up some information that Apostle Elder Tahar went into concerning the inauguration, because we know that's coming up here shortly, and there's going to be some big changes going on to Babylon in ways that, Jay can't imagine. So the time we at now is that you have to watch these things. And when he went into the word augur, he reminded me of the scene that was in Gladiator 2, okay? There was a scene where after the Roman general was caught, that they put him in the gladiatorial games. And what the Caesar was doing at the time, because you had those two brothers, what the Caesar was doing at the time, he was invoking the so-called spirits. All right, let's play this part of the video, and then we'll go into the word augur.
Augur was a member of the religious college that interpreted the gods' signs or omens. So the chief individual was the president, or as they say, the emperor, which means commander, to predict the future. Now, these presidents will say certain things that would happen, and the reason why it happens because they make it happen.
See, about channeling so-called the spirit. Let's pull up that word augur real quick. All right, here we go. It says augur in ancient Rome, one of the members of the religious college whose duty it was to observe and interpret the signs of approval or disapproval sent by the gods. And you had those situations where they showed it a couple times in the movie where they asked if they wanted death or survival, to spare them or to kill them. That's why they did the thumbs up and the thumbs down. And in the scene you see right here, I'll get ready to show you shortly. But it says the approval or disapproval sent by the gods in reference to any proposed undertaking. Then augurs were originally called auspics, but while the auspics fell into dues and was replaced by augur, it says was retained as a term for observing of signs. Okay, they would watch birds. Certain would do different, observe nature in certain ways, going into that Wicca religion also too. But let's play the scene here. I don't want to play the actual sound, but we'll play here. Hold on.
If his life has no value, what are yours worth? The gods have spoken! If it treats us
Here, hold on.
Death will be.
Yeah, this scene is right here. He starts shaking. He puts his hands up, and he's pretty much going into some kind of trance or to invoke the spirits. So that proves that augur. They showed you that that person that put the movie together wasn't historically correct, because the Caesars were augurs. And let's read it again. And it says, in reference to any proposed undertaking, the augurs were originally called aspects. And it says, observing of signs. In early history of the college is obscured. Its institution has been attributed to Romulus and Numa Pompilius. It's probably consisted of originally 3 members, to whom the king himself was one. See, the number was doubled by Triquin in the 300 BC. The college had only 4 members. But the main point is that's why, this is a reincarnation of Rome, because they're doing the same thing. So when they inaugurate Mr. Trump coming up, you're going to see some changes, man. All right. Because the people that put him there has set him up to be what? A cult of personality. It's going to change a lot of things. Esau's waiting for this man to come in. Okay, let me pull up a few precepts to back it up. This is the book of Isaiah 47:12. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, because the Roman Empire were into those enchantments, sorceries, consulting the spirit side, and a lot of those Roman games were in sacrifice. So a lot of the Israelites in those gladiatorial games were sacrificed for their gods, because they would ask if they would survive or they would be put to death. And the Roman general or the Roman Caesar, that's why you see that scene in Gladiator, would so-called invoke the spirits. But it was just them doing it on political gains or some kind of ulterior motives, because that's why they put the guy into the auditorial games to begin with. They didn't just kill him when they found out the plot. All right, it says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Okay, going back to the time when they're the original Roman Empire, coming back today with Babylon. But the large population doesn't know that they're into witchcraft. It's right there and hidden in plain sight. Inauguration. And if they looked into the word inauguration, they would see that there's a witchcraft origins with it. Okay, it says, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Because that's why they can't tell what's going on now. It's out of their control. What does it say? The cart is went off the rails. The train is gone off the rails. It's going out of control. And especially now with these chariot sightings, all these things that are coming up, it's shaking up Esau's plan, so he has to move. That's why Revelation said, knowing that he has but a short time. And that verse right there, he said he knows. It's not that it's coming on surprise from him. And we're talking about the elites. They know that it's coming to an end. And how do they really know? By way of the truth, by way of the men coming up. And they watch our algorithm. That's why algorithms are pretty much been weaponized. The algorithms are set to watch Jake, man. And it's beautiful with the videos that are coming out and all these things. It's making that algorithm work that much harder to keep up with the things that we're saying, the information we're bringing out. And then this is the book of, let's get the NLT. This is NLT. It says, now use your magical charms, use your spells. You have worked all these days, all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. And you see that power and that pomp that Esau once had. These nations, the spell is wearing off. Just like when you wake out of sleep, you're groggy, you're irritated. The spell that Esau once had, these nations looked to, they admired these Edomites, man. They admired them. When they came into their cities and towns, they came with that pride. And these other nations was under that boot heel. Now they saying, that's why Joel says, let the weak say that I'm strong. So that so-called vibration that Esau had, that he was beloved in, and he was this upright person, is going away. They see that he's the cause of a lot of wars, a lot of psyops, a lot of so-called spec ops throughout the whole planet Earth. And it says, let's read the amplified version. It says, priest, then Babylon, in your enchantments and your many sorceries which you have labored from your youth, perhaps you will be able to profit from them. Perhaps you will prevail and cause trembling. All right. So the main point is that the witchcraft that Esau's used, the Lord is saying you have to stand with that. You're going to have to see if that's going to be able to divert the things that are getting ready to come down the pipe, man. All right. This is Revelations 18 and verses 7 to 8. It says, as much as she has glorified herself and lived luxury, give her the same measure of torment and grief. What's a loss of children. And this war is here, man. It's coming. That's why you got what's it called? You got mercenaries over there. Ukraine ain't got no men, no fighting age men in there, and especially the men that are needed to power the weapons that are sent over there. It says, give her the same measure of torment and grief. In her heart, she says, I sit as a queen. I am not a widow and will never see grief. Therefore, her plagues will come in one day, death, grief, famine, and she will be consumed by fire. For mighty is the Lord power who judges her. And that's what you see happening now. That's why these angels are here. That's why these chariots are showing themselves. They're letting the world know, hey, this is real. There's an alternate belief to what the people have been told, man. All right. And these chariots are here for us. They're here for the destruction, and they're also here for the salvation of the hopeful elect. It says, because many, this is Nahum 3 and 4, because of the many harlotries of the harlot, okay? And what's the harlotry? What's the sleeping factor? The democracy. That's how Esau has spread out his venom throughout the planet Earth, was through that democracy. It says, and because of many harlotries and harlot, the seductive mistress, and that's why it looked good. It looked good. I'll tell you now, from an immigrant, damn near people thought there's gold in the streets of Babylon. People would risk their lives in oceans and refugees and being so-called trafficked just to come to Babylon. Why is that? Because they seen this place as a place of opportunity. Okay. And it says, seductive mistress of sorcery who betrayed nations by her prostitution and clans by her witchcraft. Come on, man. That's perfect. That's spot on. All right. So the time we at now is all this information is coming out, the sorceries and what Esau stands with. And he's going to have to stand with that. That's why he's took religion and so-called the Bible out of circulation. All right. They push it, but it's really they're coming out with this ulterior beliefs, pretty much that do as you will spirit, that Aleister Crowley spirit. All right. So that's the main point. I just wanted to show and bring out that information about Gladiator 2. So if you go watch that scene again, and the scene is at about 1 hour and 30 minutes. So if you go to 1 hour and 30 minutes, you can see the scene for yourself. And he starts shaking and invoking the spirits because he's auguring, man. All right. To prove that this is the Roman Empire coming back again with the witchcraft that's getting ready to be pushed, man. All right. So Lord willing, is edifying lesson. I'm going to leave it there. Say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakurash. Until the next time I say shalom and more, not to never keep faith. Shalom.